Om Shakti. Adigalar as the Savior, even through our dreams. By Shakti Velusamy, Melmaruvathur, Tamil Nadu, India. Amma in the form of Adigalar. She appears in our dreams as she walks with us in reality, our goddess Adigalar Shakti. She relieves us of our worries. She pours her love upon us and drenches us with her grace, our goddess Adigalar Shakti. Thus, when devotees sing in praise of Amma, shall they be recalling her blessings in their lives and go through the experience again and again thankfully. Amma in the form of Adigalar amidst us has resolved problems of many devotees by appearing in their dreams, relieved them of their worries, protected their lives. Here I share the experience I heard from such a devotee. Shakti Saravanan and Shakti Roja family. Shakti Saravanan and Shakti Roja family from Melmaruvathur are ardent devotees of Amma. Their family is full of devotion and love for Amma. They were blessed with 2 children. They were staying in a rented house. Since the day they occupied that house, they experienced several problems, fell ill often. In short, they were not at peace and were subjected to terrible disturbances. Whether it was due to the effects of evil doings in the past births, or was it due to ill luck that they had to undergo such unwanted experience, the family was quite confused and disturbed. At that time, they came to know the disturbing truth that the house that they were residing was a possessed one, and all the troubles they were put through were due to black magic done by somebody. It was very difficult for this family to get a new house for rent, within their means and requirements. Rent demands were beyond their means. Hence, they surrendered to Amma for her care by continuing to worship with full devotion. They continued to serve in the worship center as far as they could. One day, the house owner of that house informed them that he was going to renovate that house and asked them to shift. He said they may come back when the house is redone. Without any option, they shifted to a much smaller house. After some time, the earlier house owner invited them to take his house for rent. Dark house, do not shift. That night, Adigalar appeared in the dream of Shakti Roja. He said they should not shift to that house as it was under the clutches of an evil spell. If they shift, lives may be lost. There are chances of poisoning, and the family may have insults to face. So, they should not shift. Saying this, Adigalar disappeared. Shakti Roja family was in dilemma. Adding to their confusion, the present house owner insisted that they should vacate the house. Time passed on. Shakti Roja's family pulled on with their confusion and keeping unwavering faith on Amma and continued with their routine life. Shakti Saravanan was working in a company which offers housing facilities to their employees. He applied for it and was waiting for allotment. While this was delayed, the present house owner pressurized for vacating the house. At the same time, the earlier owner has been asking them to come and stay in that house. The family was thrown off balance now. How to tell the earlier owner that this house has evil spells and they could not shift? They prayed to Amma to relieve them of the stress caused due to this dilemma. They surrendered to Amma for her guidance and went to sleep that night. Shift to old house. That night, Amma appeared in Shakti Roja's dream and asked them to shift to the old house as per the invitation of the earlier owner. Shakti Roja was confused. It was Amma who asked them not to shift to that house, as it was possessed, and was carrying evil spells. Then how is she asking them to shift now? Amma replied that it was only for 2 months they had to stay there. In the meantime, she will see to it that the company house is allotted to them. The family only has to repose confidence in her and continue to recite 108 and 1008 mantras at 3 a.m., the Brahma Muhurtam hour, which is an auspicious time for devotees to get connected with Amma. Amma said her blessings will be the electricity to illuminate the house and give them light and confidence. They shifted to the house on an auspicious day. Get out of the house. Danger imminent. One early morning, Shakti Roja had dreamt of Adigalar saying to her, "Dear daughter, please get out of this house. Danger is approaching fast. You all should not be in this house, and not even in Mettur itself. Start immediately, all of you." Saying this, Adigalar disappeared. Shakti Roja explained what she dreamt about to her husband. They are very much dedicated to Amma and know that they have to obey whatever Amma says. Confused, Shakti Saravanan left home on urgent work and returned in the afternoon. Could you guess what happened when Amma's instruction was not obeyed? Shakti Roja started suffering from heavy diarrhea. She could not get out of her bed. Order in dream again. At around 3 p.m., again in Roja's dream, Adigalar appeared and said with concern, "Daughter, vacate this house at once. Do not stay in the boundary of this city at all. Despite the warning, you are not moving. It is important and immediate. Do you realize now?" For this, Roja asked that they are just back from Chennai. Can they go to Tanjavur? Adigalar replied that they should go to a place near their guru. That is for their safety. It was 3 p.m., and they should move out before 6 p.m. They should not return for another 15 days. Saying this in a strict tone, Adigalar disappeared. Learning Amma's advice from his wife, Shakti Saravanan took his family to Chennai and returned to Mettur and started attending his job. Harrowing incident in the neighborhood. The evening the family left that place, their immediate neighbor met with a fire accident due to the bursting of a stove. She was in the hospital. 10 days were over. Shakti Saravanan stayed in another place and was attending duty. As the saying goes, the mind thinks the way destiny does. Shakti Saravanan wanted to go home and arrange the house in order, as they left in a hurry. Also, he feared thieves may loot their things in their absence. He went home. After performing prayers at 7 p.m., he sat to meditate. What did he see in his meditation? Realization in meditation. Dear son, do not stay here. Immediately leave. Saying this, Adigalar started climbing the electric post near the house and cut the electric connection of the house. Son, I asked your family to stay in this dark house, and I was supplying power to lights and protecting you all. Now, it is no more needed for you. Hence, I have disconnected it. I have made arrangements for you to get your company's accommodation. Perform family welfare yagna, Kurumnala Velvi, there, and shift the family. All members of the family should enter the house during the puja only. Not many participants would come to the yagna. Only Velasami will be there to help you. Along with him, you conduct the yagna. This is mandatory, as the earlier 3 families who stayed here were not having faith in God or in spirituality. Hence, it is necessary that you complete the yagna and then occupy the house. Continue doing early morning worships also. Like a parent advising a child, Adigalar disclosed the above details to Saravanan in his meditation. Saravanan had financial difficulty at that time. Still, he performed yagna as advised by Amma and entered the house as was instructed by Amma. Generally, 10 to 15 members would be participating in such a function. But on that day, only a few volunteers who performed Belviv participated. The surprising fact is that was the 15th day, the time frame Amma had warned. The lady who met with the fire accident also died on that day. With our limited understanding, it is not possible to understand the reason behind all of these happenings. Alas, the neighbor had unfortunately fallen prey to the evil intent of some unknown bad force trying to take revenge on somebody else. Since she expired the day the yagna was performed, we hope her soul would have been blessed for salvation. Mind thinks the way destiny does. So goes the saying. The 15-day warning given by Amma was not over yet. When the yagna was over, Shakti Saravanan thought of shifting the household goods from the earlier house to go the quarters. He hired a van for this. When he was still in the van before the house, he froze for a second on what he saw. His neighbor, who had died, was being carried into a crematorium. Hurriedly, he ordered the laborers to get the goods from inside without getting inside himself, as per Amma's instruction. At the time, the laborers were having difficulty in shifting a heavy item. So Shakti Saravanan got inside to give them a helping hand. Immediately, he developed pain in his stomach and started suffering. He realized his mistake of not listening to Amma to await completion of the forewarned 15 days and entering the house. He pleaded to Amma to forgive his actions and help him. Then he was saved by Amma somehow. Lesson for us. Amma is always there to help and protect those who have complete faith in her and obey her dutifully and do service, also known as tondu. This is the lesson from the experience of Shakti Saravanan and family for other devotees. Shakti Saravanan's family did not often go for oracle for their problems. They did not go to Melmaruvathur for solutions either. They served with devotion, having absolute love and trust in Amma. Recognizing their true love and devotion, Amma helped them by appearing in their dreams and meditation and saved them. Bhakti, service, surrender. There are wonderful experiences which we can never imagine, taking place in the lives of devotees of Amma. Amongst such is the above one shared by Shakti Saravanan. Amma never disappoints true devotees. Amma never disappoints the one who does service with devotion. Amma never disappoints the family that surrenders to her. Our deficiencies. If a person has doubts in the spiritual path he travels and visits Amma on one hand, and on the other side keeps consulting fake sannyasis and astrologers for prediction, Amma simply would watch them and follow their fate. While Amma came to the rescue of Shakti Saravanan, why wouldn't she come to us? Is this your doubt, my dear Shaktis? Please ask the following questions to yourself. You will get a reply. Are we having unflinching faith and belief that Adigalar is the Almighty Adibara Shakti? Have we attached ourselves to the weekly worshipping center and involved in the service? Are we magnanimous to extend our might to the needy and deserved? Are we reciting Amma's 1008 and 108 mantras during Brahma Muhurtam? Are we wholeheartedly donating food and clothing to the needy with compassion? Have we participated in the holy yajna services, spiritual conferences, spiritual discussions, processions, and such activities in due service? Are we participating in the Adipuram festival, much dear to Amma, and carry the kanji pot and offer to Amma? Do we perform milk abhishekam to the Swayambhalingam there? Are we continuously offering irumudi, following the fasting procedures without fail? Have we ever been on a foot tour to the abode of Amma? Have we ever realized the importance of performing Pada Puja and used it for our spiritual advancement? Have we ever thought that channelizing other people in your neighborhood by appraising them of the benefits you have enjoyed by involving in this spiritual path? Have we been considerate and kind to the volunteers of Amma who have ceaselessly served the devotees? Have we ever been envious of the devotee who got into the good books of Amma and was facilitated by her, and stayed away without interrupting the spiritual duties done by such a person? Having started out on our spiritual journey with the sole motto to get the blessings and abundant grace of Amma, have we at any point of time got diverted by involving in petty politics and got distracted in our spiritual journey? My favorite deity is Adibara Shakti. My guru is Adigalar. In this and the ensuing 7 births, I would be devoted to them only. I will be devoted to my spiritual duties. Have we taken such an oath? Those who surrender totally can get rid of their effects of karma arising out of their previous births. If such surrender does not happen, one should travel in their destined path only. This is seen as the karma rule of our beloved divine Mother Adibara Shakti. There is no recourse if one missed surrendering to Adigalar. There is no other way one could get such benefit other than from Adigalar's blessings. This is what Amma Adibara Shakti stresses from the beginning. Amma further states that true spirituality is widespread in society. It is a matter of great concern that spiritual progress is reducing amongst red-clad devotees. We, the red-clad devotees, have tasted the compassion and divinity of Amma. We are having a divine relationship. Still, we are so narrow-minded in our thinking to just make Amma accessible only to our wants and being possessive of her to attain benefits selfishly. Amma has descended to earth to save the world from problems. She has a special purpose in this avatar. She inclines to extend her compassion to the thousands of souls on this earth, to instill the concept of God and spreading spirituality. Let us understand her intention and be her instruments in achieving this. Let us remain as her loyal devotees and serve her with sincere devotion and reach her eternal abode.